You're now tuned in to another episode of The Morning Medicine Show, giving you real, raw, and unfiltered advice, telling you the things you need to hear, not the things you want to hear. We touch on topics from fitness, entrepreneurship, world news, and so much more. This is Morning Medicine Show with your host, Zuhei.
This is episode 1, Entrepreneurship in 2025, Lessons from the Front Lines. What's up, everybody? And wow, I cannot believe I'm saying this. Welcome back to the Morning Medicine Show. This is the first official show back. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to have you here. It's been 5 years since the last episode. The last time we did this was in 2020. Yeah, it was in 2020. And at that time, the world was upside down. COVID had just hit. Lockdowns, uncertainty, fear everywhere, and my job had just laid a majority of us off. That moment, when I got that call, it changed my entire life. I could have taken it as a sign to slow down, to wait until things cooled off, but instead, I did something that honestly scared me. You may ask, oh, well, what'd you do, Zuhei? Well, I started a business, and don't take that lightly. I started a business. It's one of those things that if you know, you know. If you started a business, if you try scaling something, man, you know that this is the scariest thing. There's no certain source of income, no safety net, no perfect timing, no guarantee. Just a stubborn belief. And at the time, I just had a stubborn belief that if the world was going to flip my life upside down, I was going to do everything in my power to flip it right back. Now here we are, 5 years later. I've owned multiple businesses. I've failed, I've found wins, and I've learned more than I ever thought possible. I'm back with this mic because I want to give you the real stuff that they don't post on Instagram captions. With that being said, this season, the Morning Medicine Show is about 3 things: fitness, entrepreneurship, and world news, but with a twist. We're not sugarcoating anything. You'll get the truth, you'll get the discipline, and the mindset that you need to actually grow and build something that lasts. Whether that's your body, your business, or your life. Today's episode, my first show back, is about entrepreneurship in 2025. I want to walk you through the lessons I learned that moment in 2020. Starting a business in the middle of chaos to where I am now. If you're new here, welcome. If you stuck around since the old days, thank you. I promise this season will be worth your time. Without further ado, let's get into the first lesson. The first lesson, the hustle is not what you think. Let's talk about it. This is dose number 1 of your morning medicine. The illusion of hustle. When I first started, right after the layoff, my brain was simple. Work more, grind harder, and outwork everyone. I was doing roughly around 12 to 16 hour days. I thought hours were the metric of success. More time equals more results, right? If only you knew. Turns out, not really. I remember the days where I would wake up and answer messages until lunchtime, hop onto calls into the middle of the night, and feel like I did a lot. Keyword, feel like I did a lot. But at the end of the week, the results did not match the effort. Discouraging, right? I was exhausted, burnt out, and uncomfortable. Most of my hours were busy work, and that's it. So here's what I learned. Hustle without direction is just an expensive cardio for your brain. It feels like progress because you're tired, and humans confuse fatigue with achievement. I learned that the hard way. Here are the 3 things that you need to learn to turn hustle into impact: clarity, leverage, and rest. Number 1, clarity. Know the one metric that matters this week. For me, at first, it was customer feedback. Later, it became repeat purchase rate. Pick one thing, focus, and stick to it. Number 2, leverage. Use tools, systems, and other people. You don't have to do this alone. Learn how to delegate, be a master delegator. Learn where to spend money so that it multiplies your time. Number 3, rest. This sounds wild to say, but if you're not sleeping, your decisions become sloppy. Your creativity dies and your brand suffers. I'll give you a small real example. I used to grind on social media posts for hours, perfecting captions, editing every single photo. I was getting little engagement and fewer sales. Then I shifted. I spent 2 hours a week creating batch content and 3 hours finding places to post it. Those places I was finding was places where my clients, my niche was actually at. Too many times we get caught up in starting an Instagram page and having our friends follow it, when all reality, all you're doing is showing your business and what you offer to your friends who may or may not share the post. Your goal isn't to get support or reach your friends. Your goal should be to reach new people that you don't know. Getting your friends to follow a page, yeah, it's cool. You see the number go up. But at the end of the day, your friends aren't your clients. Some may be, but your focus is in the wrong place. Once I shifted to doing batch content and posting where my clients actually were, the results went up, my stress went down, and I started training again. Everything improved. The bottom line is success is less about how many hours you put in and more about what you put into the hours you have. Let that sink in. That leads me straight into dose number 2, adaptability. Adaptability factor. 2020 taught me that markets change overnight. One day your customer shows up at your storefront, the next day your storefront is closed. For me, surviving meant changing faster than I was comfortable with. And what I've noticed about myself is I work harder when my back's against the wall. In the beginning, I tried to copy what other people did. That failed. Then I started asking one question to myself every day. What would make my customer's life easier this week? Once you start from that place, ideas stop being fragile and they start turning into tests. For example, when I launched the jerky business that you see right here, I leaned on local events to sell this product. Then those events disappeared. I could have folded, but instead I learned e-commerce. I learned marketing. I learned simple ads. I learned how to get my product into local corner stores. It wasn't perfect. It wasn't glamorous, but it worked. Adaptability is a muscle. How do you train it, you ask? 3 steps: test, measure, iterate. Run a tiny experiment. Measure honestly, then change what didn't work. For example, let's say you sell a service. Run a $50 ad to a small landing page that describes a single offer. If you get no interest, tweak the message. If you get clicks but no calls, fix the call to action. Don't pour a month's worth of budget into hope. Today in 2025, the curveballs may look a little different. AI changes how content is made, but the rule is the same. Those who test fast and learn faster survive. And there's a softer side to adaptability. I want to mention identity. You can pivot your offer, not your core. Don't lose your brand soul because you change tactics. Keep your values, change the method. I learned the hard way. Once I almost rebranded in a way that didn't feel like me. It didn't feel like my company. I had to pull back and remind myself, adapt tactics, keep core. Hey, real quick, just a message from our sponsors. The Morning Medicine Show would not be possible if it wasn't for El Patron Carne Seca. This is hands down my favorite beef jerky, hands down the best carne seca here in Texas. If you want something that packs flavor and not the calories, this is your stuff. Max calories is 35 calories per bag, which is not bad at all. Go get yours. This is sourced and processed here in Texas, 100% lean, 100% natural, grass-fed beef. Again, the best carne seca. I stand behind this. Go get yours at elpatronforwardtexas.com. That's ELPATRONFWTX.com. Back to the show. All right, those 3, relationships and brand. This one's huge. The power of brand relationships is huge. Emphasis on the huge. You can have the best product in the world, but if people don't trust you, they won't buy. Business is emotional. You're selling a feeling as much as you're selling a product. When I started El Patron Carne Seca, or even when I was doing smaller gigs, the customers who kept coming back weren't the ones who bought the cheapest thing. They're the ones who felt seen. They're the ones who connected with the story. That's repeat business. How do you build that? 3 concrete actions: consistency, story, service. Consistency. Show up, have predictable quality. If your product varies wildly, trust collapse. Number 2, story. Tell them why you do what you do. Don't be afraid to be personal. The story is what makes you memorable. And number 3, service. Answer questions and fix problems fast. Treat every customer like they could be your best referrer. I'll never forget a customer who reached out to me because So basically what happens is the jerky that we delivered to him or sent in the mail was damaged by the mail carrier. Now, it got damaged. He reached out. I offered 1, a refund. I offered 2, a new pack of jerky, and I sent him a handwritten letter. Granted, if you've seen my handwriting, you know I do not have the best handwriting in the world, but that's what made it personable. That customer then brought me back 3 friends the next week. One small human moment became a long-term value. People remember how you made them feel more than what you sold them. If you want sustainability, focus on emotion, and then the numbers will follow. A brand is not a logo. It's a pattern of behavior. If you act like someone who cares, your brand becomes that in people's minds. Okay, so we're at a quick high value part, the morning boost. A few rapid fire tips you can take and use right away. 3 things to do this week if you're starting or growing a business in 2025. Tip 1, start small, scale smart. Don't try to launch your entire business in day 1. Don't do it. It's not going to work. Build a minimum viable offer, validate sales before you invest big. A good test is if a real human paid you, that's validation. Tip number 2, leverage platforms. Don't depend on them. Yes, build on socials. Yes, use marketplaces, but collect emails, phone numbers, and texts. Own your customers. Algorithms change, lists don't. And tip number 3, your health. Your health is part of your business plan. When you sleep, move, and eat well, you make better decisions. Fitness isn't its capital. Treat your energy like an asset. If you do these 3 things, you'll find your days less chaotic and your months more productive. Real quick, I want to make this interactive. If you're listening right now and you have a question about starting a business, about pivoting, or even about building habits, DM me on Instagram at The Morning Medicine Show or hit me up on the podcast page. I'll pick 2 to 3 questions and I'll answer them on the next episode. Now, don't be shy to ask. Ask anything. There's no such thing as a stupid question. Some of the best episodes come from real listener struggles. So please, and I emphasize, please ask away. In addition to this, if you got value from today, do me a solid, subscribe, leave a rating, and share this episode with one person who needs to hear it. This helps small shows like mine more than you know. Next week, we're doing a deep dive into fitness business formula, how training your body trains your business decisions. I'll walk you through my actual weekly routine and give you a practical 7-day plan to improve your energy and focus. You won't want to miss it. And remember, the grind is medicine, but the truth is the prescription. Don't chase hours, chase results. Don't confuse busy for progress. Keep your heart in the work, adapt fast, and treat people like people. I'm Zuhei. This was the Morning Medicine Show. Thanks for riding with me on this comeback. I'll see you next week.
Dime, esto es lo que tú querías.